Mr Speaker, much appreciated. And for the many businesses of Northern Tasmania, particularly in the Bass electorate, they will also appreciate your indulgence on this matter. On Monday evening, many of us had the pleasure to attend the Tasmanian Hospitality Association official awards dinner for 2021. And there are a number of small business hospitality businesses and medium businesses that were recognised. And in my role, supporting as Parliamentary Secretary to the Leader with a focus on small business, startups and the northern economy, gives me a great pleasure to recognise the wonderful businesses that received awards on that night. What I want to start with is actually a number of individuals that were recognised for their investment and their contribution to the industry. To start, a couple that have invested over 4 decades into this great place and made an impact across the country. To Susan and Ralph Norton from the Norton Hospitality Group, they were recognised for their contributions, and it was wonderful to see them. To know in Launceston, in particular, the businesses that I know of theirs, they have a great reputation and great regard, and it was lovely to see them on stage on Monday evening. Similarly, one of Launceston's favourites on Charles Street, Ritza Nichols, was recognised for her incredible work. And I think, although there were many highlights on the evening, for me personally, coming into this whole new world and everything being serious and important and people being recognised, which is wonderful, who could forget the fantastic introduction by Anne of the Bertie sorry, and I just have to check that. That's terrible because I had this all to Cherry Award. Anne was splendorous in her introduction of the evening, and she didn't want to give the microphone up. But I love people's passion, and particularly in hospitality, people have a passion, and that was so great to hear, and also for Ritza to be recognised. And then a number of local establishments that also have given so much to our community over what has been a really tough almost 2 years now. Many of the organisations in this industry and across not only Northern Tasmania but Tasmania have been generous and kind in their difficult times to people in our community. And I want to recognise the Mets in Launceston who pivoted through this time through COVID, and many of the recognitions that were provided on the evening were not only for the significance of each of these organisations, but also for the way they go about their operating and for their tenacity to survive through what has been difficult times. So recognising the Mets in Launceston, Tonic Bar and Black Cow, recognising Stello at Pierre's, Rupert and Hound, the 911 Launceston, and Cataract on Patterson. We are blessed in Northern Tasmania, particularly in the Tamar Valley and especially in Launceston, to have incredible operators in the hospitality industry, and this afternoon I rise to congratulate them all. Mr Speaker, this afternoon I had the honour to provide my first speech to this House, and we talked much around the possibilities and the opportunities for not only families, individuals and communities, but also for business and industry. There is no doubt, while we recognise and celebrate much that is good in our community, we also spend our time here reflecting on the ways that we are able to make contributions to people finding it tough at the moment. There are 2 organisations that I want to raise and acknowledge this afternoon, and individuals that support these organisations. Danielle Watkins, who has been the inspiration and the big idea behind Grow Waverley, an incredible woman, a family, a community member that is making life a little better for people in the local community in Waverley. At the moment, they are implementing an initiative with the support of the Salvation Army, with the support of the Tassie Face Mask Project, and in fact with the support of Bridget Archer, the member for Bass in the federal level, with their winter warmer packages. They are going through the process of providing for the kids at the local school, the young kids in the local community and their family with the utensils and the ingredients required to make simple meals for winter. For many of the young people that have provided feedback on this incredible program, they talk about the joy of making meals for the first time together as a family, the joy of having a beautiful warm meal to enjoy, and whether it's something simple like veggie fritters, or whether it be baked potatoes, or whether it be spaghetti bolognese, in the winter warmer packs that are provided at the Waverley Co-op, everything is in the package that is required to put together these meals. So this afternoon I wanted to rise and recognise Danielle, the work that she does with the community and bringing in volunteers to provide these great opportunities for locals in Waverley. And finally this afternoon, Mr Speaker, I want to reflect on something that in fact Mr Ferguson rose to speak about last week, which is the incredible work of Loaves and Fishes and the winter solstice swim that happened at the lovely, and I could almost say tropical, Greens Beach on Sunday morning. It was pretty warm, and I think we're really lucky because initially it was intended that our dip to raise funds to provide not only nutritious but affordable meals this initiative is about raising money in order that they could provide these meals into the community. And they had set an early target that was smashed, and now I think with just a few days to go they're seeking to raise $60,000. No, 60,000 meals. Yeah. $60,000.
Going for 30 grand.
Yeah, that's right. Which is an incredible amount of money and provides great food for people in our community. Now on Sunday there were 50 people that actually took what was meant to be freezing, but I think it was probably around 14 degrees, the dip in the morning. And by the time we got in there, actually supported by St John's Ambulance volunteers and also by the Surf Life Saving Association, everyone was enjoying it, which is great. So sometimes you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to do things that you're not intending, that may scare you or worry you, but in order that you do that to support people that are raising funds in our community, we all know what it's like, and to be in a position to be able to support that organisation and their communities is something that is really special. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Honourable Leader of the Greens.